Hello, people. Hello, everybody out there. It's a Sunday all over. And as promised, we have special guests. It's Scavenger's daughter from Finland. Hey, dudes, what's up?
Yo, 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 yo.
Hey, guys.
This is cool, man. I'm loving this shit. How's everything, man? How you guys doing? Did you have a good Sunday today?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah? Good, chilled Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah?
A fair amount of things going on my end, but still doing good.
Sweet, man, sweet. First of all, let me start by saying that I'm absolutely delighted that you guys wanted to be here with me on my live stream and chill and have a chat. And
Yeah, of course, man.
you know, because your song, I'm not gonna lie, and this is how we're gonna begin. Your song, I came across your song through, I believe it was the Riff Ref and his reaction video to Eshu.
Yeah.
And then I think I followed you guys, and you followed me back, and you joined in during a live stream of mine. And then I played the Eshu on the stream as well for people here, and then again and again and again. And obviously, I got questions, and you know why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I got questions, man. Because you're a brand new band, right? And you're from Finland. I can't pronounce the town. I can't pronounce the town, man.
Give it your best shot, dude.
Wait, before that, I have to introduce who I'm talking to. So would you like to introduce yourselves, like name and what you do in the band?
I'm Viku. Victor is my name, real name, but you know me as Viku. And I'm the vocalist.
And I'm Zach. I usually go by Zach when we're talking English, and I'm the bassist.
Sweet, so we got Viku and Zach. Cool, guys. So what I wanted to say was, you guys are new, and the town that you're from is called, let me bring it, I'm gonna cheat, obviously. I'm gonna cheat. You know. I'm gonna try to cheat. And I'm gonna try to add like a Finnish like accent to it. I don't know if I'm gonna manage, but you guys are from Piersataari.
That's pretty good.
Yeah?
Piersataari. Or
Piersataari, sorry. Perkele. So you guys like literally just put your very first song ever out, Eshu, which we'll listen to at the beginning, in 2024. And for a brand new band, like with only one song out, you have 110,000 monthly listeners. No, what? No, sorry, 10,000. What was it? 10,000. Sorry, I added a zero. 10,468 monthly listeners on Spotify, and that grabbed my attention because I was like, they only have one song, and there's 10,000 and a half people monthly who listen to that song.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, we can't believe it either. It's honestly.
And there's people, I can see here, it says people listen to you guys obviously in Helsinki, in London, in Sydney, in Dallas, in the States, in Chicago.
Yeah.
Most of our listener base is in the US, but we do have a lot of English-speaking places that have listened to us, that being, the UK, the US, and Canada and Australia.
So naturally, I want to know about you guys. Like, who are you? We need to know more about you, dudes. That's why I brought you on. We need to know more about you.
Yeah. Victor, do you kind of want to tell them how we started out, or?
Yeah. I was sitting in the studio here at school. We have the studio at school, and we're all studying the same thing, like music. And I was sitting here in the studio by myself, and Zach and Sebastian, who's the guitarist, came into the room and was like, "Hey, do you want some help?" And they sat down and we started talking. I was like, "Yeah, should we start a band? Yada yada yada. Fuck it, let's go." And things got better. Things worked out. We played a gig. It was amazing. And then we dropped the song and it blew up. And holy shit, here we are.
That sounds pretty straight cut, dude. like like ABC.
Yeah.
But wow, man, like, do you think that what facilitates or what can facilitate something like this for a band that starts out anywhere in the world, but in this case in Piersataari in Finland, right? Do you think that having, or technology, the way things work, like today, tech talk, especially tech talk, Spotify, things like that. Do you think that where do you credit all of this boom in a few months?
Yeah, so definitely Riff Referee was a huge thing for us, where he covered the song because that drew a lot of attention to us. Mm-hmm. But I think like I have a hard time referring to people as fans, considering we're such a new band and we're not used to having this many people like enjoying the stuff that we do.
Yeah, it must be surreal, right? Starting out.
Yeah, it really is, but it is also to an extent helped by the fact that we have people who listen regularly, and it keeps us relevant in playlists and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So it definitely is like a joint effort from the listeners and Riff Referee, I feel, on our end.
That's amazing. And I take it people reach out to you all the time, right? Like,
not all the time. Like, that would be an overstatement. But okay. We do have a lot of people reaching out and telling us that they love the song, and of course the regular like, oh, you guys should come and play to this and that place. Maybe down the line, but like as it stands right now, like it would be so hard for us to kind of push our music into a venue in a random country that has never heard of us before. So hopefully down the line, but as it stands right now, like we'll just have to thank them for liking our music, and if we ever get big enough, we'll definitely try and reach as many people.
Yeah, it's definitely a very I think at least a very encouraging start for a band to have just basically released one single and already having like quite a few people following and listening to, or waiting at least. I'm pretty sure all these people are like asking you like, is there going to be any other music? Like, doesn't that happen to you guys? Like, let's say someone who's a promoter hears the song, goes, "Wow, you guys amazing, but where's the rest?" You know what I mean? Do you ever get that?
Yeah, well, I mean, of course, there hasn't been too much like pushing from people asking us to do more, as in that they seem desperate or frustrated. But of course, we're working on more music. A couple of times a week, we try to get together and try to make new stuff. So there's definitely things in the works, and we're gonna try and release something here during August. Mm-hmm. And we're gonna try and keep this ball rolling. Try to stay humble as well, and not
of course,
let it get to you. Like,
of course,
we're just taking it easy, basically, and
cool,
trying to produce good stuff.
That's cool. So, what kind of how did you guys what kind of background do you guys have when it comes to metal? Like I don't know, like what did you grow up on? What kind of music are you into? Like, what influenced each one of you, like in singing and the bass, respectively?
For me, it started like when I was a kid, with Dad, with Sabbath and all these. When I was like a child, like small, just small. Mm-hmm. And then growing up in school, it came to Metallica and Megadeth and all these. And then it just got worse and worse, heavier and heavier by the years. Because I got tired of I needed more and more for every year. And now I just listen to like more heavier stuff, more modern, heavier stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like more death metal oriented stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. On my end, everybody in my family have always been, making music and playing music, but mostly through my dad, who he studied music in his youth, and kind of got me into metal music through that. It was a lot of Judas Priest and
Classics.
Also like softer stuff like Deep Purple and Rainbow and stuff like that. But I've had all kinds of different bands. Like it doesn't really matter what I listen to. I listen to basically anything.
Mm-hmm. You're open to a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, but that was my gateway into metal. I was a huge fan of Slipknot when they were kind of coming out and getting big, and it kind of took it from there. I've spent a lot of time in the hardcore community. I've listened to a lot of hardcore bands. There, stuff like Biohazard and Earth Crisis and. Then it kind of transitioned into stuff like Hatebreed and Knocked Loose, Year of the Knife, stuff like that. So I was more on the hardcore and punk side of it before I transitioned into the deathcore and the more brutal stuff in that regard.
Mm-hmm. Is there any band that you would have loved to be touring with in the future? As a dream, or as a dream, like something that you would have really enjoyed?
Well, for me, it would be 100% Slaughter to Prevail. 100%.
Okay. So you're a fan of Alex?
Yeah, I fucking love him.
Yeah.
And for me, I definitely would say that Knocked Loose would be one of the bands that I'd love to spend some time with.
Knocked Loose, eh?
Yeah, as well as Year of the Knife is definitely one of those bands that I spend a lot of time listening to.
Okay. So now that I know how the audio works, even though I'd set all these Finnish metal songs, which I don't think so much echo like your influences that much. Because I don't think that you have any influences, obviously, by bands like, I don't know, End Oceans or Children of Bodom or Orpheus, obviously not, or Enciferum or Kalma. But do you listen to those bands?
That's the thing. I think I never had sat down and listened to Finnish metal bands for real, like this religiously.
But you know all of them, obviously, because the local scene is how it is, for example, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And of course, I've personally spent time listening to mostly Bodom out of those, but of course you come across it through radio and TV and stuff like that. So yeah, but I guess that our sound hasn't really been too much impacted by the local music scene and more of the international music scene.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I was trying, I was listening to, obviously, Finnish metal bands, earlier today, refreshing my memory, checking out a few things that I'd never heard of, obviously, before, etc. And I had a bit of a hard time pinpointing, obviously, I didn't explore the whole catalog of all the bands that have ever existed in Finland, but I went by most known bands, and I was saying, I listened to Pain Confessor, Children of Bodom, Insomnium, Convulse, Enciferum, Kalma, Norther, Crypts, Torture Killer, Death Chain, with whom a band that I used to be manager of happened to play a gig with in Helsinki a really long time ago. You guys know Death Chain?
I'm familiar with the name, but I haven't really I wouldn't be able to name the discography and stuff like that.
No, that's fine. And Mors Principium Est, just the bands but none of them really resembled what you guys are doing. So what we're gonna do is, I can still have that for later on or for whenever as a musical carpet. But what I wanted was, whoever wants to go first from the two of you, I want you to tell me a song that basically is of a band that influenced the way you play, and maybe that is there as an element in Eshu, for example, or any band that you think may have influenced you or you like and is somehow mentally connected?
I would say that because I was the one who wrote the riff for Eshu back in the day, back in last August. And I'd say that I was searching for like this punchy feeling. You know the feeling when you want to like run through a wall.
Yeah. I know that all too well.
And one song that has always been that for me is Bratva by Slaughter to Prevail.
Okay.
It's like, it's crazy, man.
So what we're going to do is, let me just load it up while I'm talking. And by the way, a huge hello to everyone out there. There's quite a few people watching. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you for being here for this chill and chat with Scavenger's daughter from Finland live. If you have any questions, obviously, save your questions. We'll do like at some point, we'll just read questions that you have for the band. Me right now, I was adding that song. Everything is happening live, so don't stress. No stress. Dude, once I did I used to do this television show, but it was all recorded. But occasionally, they would have me do a live coverage thingy, a live TV show. And that's the most stressed out feeling that any person can ever feel. That, that if you fuck up, there's a million people or whatever watching you in that moment. And you're like, you can't even joke, man. So that was Slaughter to Prevail and Bratva. Was it Viku who asked for it?
Yeah.
Excellent, man. Excellent. So Alex Terrible of Slaughter to Prevail, Viku, because Viku is the singer and Scavenger's daughter here tonight as our guests on the live stream. And Alex, you were saying, I was actually talking to Alex Terrible recently, not by voice.
God.
Yeah, because he basically saw two videos that I made on YouTube for Slaughter to Prevail, because I'd make usually some music trivia videos short.
Oh.
And one of them was about Alex Terrible, and he saw it because I tweeted about it, whatever. He saw it and he liked it, and then I just sent him a message, and then we started talking, because I said to him, thank you for, so cool that you watched the video, hope you liked it, take care, etc., something like that. And he talks to people. I mean, I kind of knew that from before, that he's on social media, and he actually checks messages and replies, and he tweets to people, and he does all these things. And then at some point we were talking, and I said to him, yo, would you ever be interested in coming over to my live stream? And in the past, obviously, I gave him a CV, just to know who I am.
Yeah.
I've done MTV, Headbangers Ball, I've interviewed Corey Taylor, this, that, all these people. And he was like, wow, I'd be honored. And I didn't expect that, to be honest. I didn't expect him to go, oh, I'd be honored. But he said, obviously, whenever he has time, he's gonna, we're gonna do it. That's what he said, when it's convenient, because they were touring, etc. But speaking of Terrible's vocal range in the sort of deathcore subgenre of metal, how much do you feel that when you sing or when you practice singing and all that, how much do you feel that it inspires you to experiment with your voice?
I do experiment a lot. I try to scream every day for at least an hour, and try out different things, new techniques, new mouth shapes, and yada yada, highs, lows, gutturals, whatever, and just practice. Because I've been screaming for a year.
Okay.
And it was it took me about 10 minutes until I found the technique, and I was like, oh shit, what the fuck is going on, yada yada, and then I started milking it for a year, and here we are.
I mean, in the song, in Eshu, in your song, Scavenger's Daughter's song, I mean, obviously, whoever's listened to this song will know what I'm talking about, and obviously you guys do as well, because you wrote the song. But there's like, there's at least a few different vocal takes as far as style goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like even for small fragments of the song. There is in my what I liked about the song, about one of the things I liked about your song is this sort of like experimentation, like without it being too continuous. Like there's moments where I can tell like that, okay, this is what we can do and this is what we can also further do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to try this vocal style for this sort of like, you know what I mean? For this few seconds, and it worked. In your case, it worked. Did that take a long time, or was it like natural? Like when you guys were trying to, you know, to record the song and you were doing minor adjustments, you know, here and there?
No, it didn't take that long. It just was, we were sitting here and I was recording. Mm-hmm. And then someone said like, yeah, put some goblins over there and try to do
some goblins. Did you say some goblins?
There. Yeah. And then we just went with it and it worked, so.
It worked, dude. It worked. You need to keep experimenting a lot. It's good.
Hell yeah.
Yes. It's on your side. It's on your side. For sure, man. For sure. And have you, I'm curious, have you guys had the opportunity to, like, even if it's just one song, have you like ever played it, obviously along with maybe other songs that you're working on, etc.? Have you ever played it to a live audience there, friends, you know, something? Have you ever, aside from rehearsing in the studio and recording the song, have you ever existed like in a public sort of like domain where you performed it?
Yeah, it's a little bit funny actually, because we played the song before we released it. We like a week before that we played the song at one of the local venues here that does a lot of rock and metal. So we had an opportunity to kind of check how the turnout was going to be, and we had a lot of people showing up and enjoying the show. So we felt kind of confident in that we'd at least have like 50 listeners going out of that show.
That's cool, dude. That's cool, man. Because you know, right? Like, obviously, musicians, the true test is always when you, like, it's okay to record. I mean, the real test is usually like the live, you know, the live, like playing your song live to somebody is the real test, because you have to get everything right, and it has to sound like the way you want it to sound. You know what I mean? And you have to combat all these like last minute difficulties, unforeseen things that may happen, you know, stuff like that, and just keep it together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet,
we had one of the bass amps that broke down like a couple of hours before it started like hissing a lot and stuff like that. But like show wise, we didn't have any difficulties except for the guy mixing the audio forgetting to turn on some microphones, but essentially that was fine.
Was he the club? He was working for the club, wasn't he?
They're kind of in-house. They do most of the work in-house, but they're from an organization that kind of work with the different venues around the town. So yeah, basically they're in-house.
Where was that in Helsinki?
No, this was still in Piersataari.
In Piersataari, right? Okay.
Yeah. So it's the Black Sheep pub that does most of the rock and metal around here. Okay.
And just for people who don't know what Finland's like, I will add my own personal experience that Finland is fucking full of metalheads, man.
Absolutely.
Like it's crazy. I don't know. It's not a big country population-wise, but you know, like there's a lot of metalheads. Like proportionately, there's a lot of metalheads, man. Especially in Helsinki. I stayed a lot in Helsinki. and on a Friday night or a Saturday night, it was just everywhere, man. People with patches, and you know what I mean, like, and metalheads.
Yeah. It's definitely a cultural thing here that there will always be some kind of rock and metal shows in the towns around here, like every weekend. Maybe not in a small place like Piersataari, but there's there in the bigger towns, there's usually some kind of rock or metal music playing each and every weekend.
Yeah. Plus, do you still have what was it? I even went to that festival. For fuck's sake. What was the festival's name in Helsinki?
Tuska.
Tuska. Yeah, I've been to Tuska once. Does that even exist still? It must exist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That was nice. That was a nice festival, man. Do you guys go to festivals?
Not really. I have been on one.
Okay.
I was on Notfest in Turku a few years back.
Notfest.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet, man. So there was Slipknot and bands like that, right?
Yeah.
Nice, man. Nice.
Yeah, and me personally, I've been more to shows than festivals. So it's mostly been one night things where there's been multiple bands. Yeah, but not too much festival time.
No, that's understandable, man. I totally understand that personally. Sweet. So okay, so I would like. So it was Viku who asked for a song before. Would you like to ask for a song? I don't know, perhaps that influenced you.
Yeah, absolutely. I was kind of checking out more of the old school stuff that got me into playing hard rock and metal, and definitely a band that's been sticking out to me is Judas Priest. So my favorite album by them is Screaming for Vengeance, but specifically the song Electric Eye is one of the songs that I played live with one of my first bands.
For real?
Yeah.
Nice, dude. So you played Ian Hill's bass?
Yeah.
Nice, dude. Nice. Okay, then. What we're going to do right now is we are going to listen to just that. Here's Electric Eye by Judas Priest. How's everybody in the chat doing? Everyone all right? You guys having a good time? Enjoying yourselves? Enjoying the conversation with Scavenger's daughter and the songs? Hair to Ash in the chat. Hair to Ash is an amazing metalcore band from Canada.
That's the chicken nugget guys, right?
Yeah, the chicken nugget guys.
Yeah. It's a banger. It's a fucking banger.
I love that song, man. That's super cool. We should play that.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Give them some love too.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. We will for sure. Hey, by the way, I wanted to ask you guys: have you ever watched the movie Heavy Trip?
Doesn't ring any bells to me, at least.
I can't say I have. It sounds awfully familiar, but I can't say I have.
About a metal band. It's a Finnish comedy, and it features a metal band.
Oh yeah. I know the movie. I haven't actually seen it, but I know the movie.
You should definitely check it out. You should definitely. You will laugh. You will laugh. It's funny. It's funny as fuck. It's really cool. What's it called? It's called Heavy Trip. They're asking me in the chat.
Heavy Reissu.
Yes. Exactly. You pronounce it. I could never pronounce it right in Finnish. Every time I read the title, I was like, oh, fuck. No, Heavy Reissu. Yeah, they wrote it in the chat as well. Hey, Link Pink. Yeah. Hey, 9 Inch Screw. Hey, Hannah. Hey, Luke. Hey, who else is here? Tony, Ken. Just checking all the people here. Right, okay. So, what was I going to say? The Riff, by the way, passes by quite often. He was here yesterday. Because he thought that the interview was yesterday, and he showed up during the live stream. Yeah, he showed up, and he was like, "Did I miss the interview?" And I was like, "Ref, it's tomorrow, bro." And he was like, "Oh, fuck my dyslexia," is what he wrote, and then he disappeared.
Damn. And we would have loved to have him here.
It would have been cool. I would have brought him if he was here, I would have brought him on the air to have him talk to you guys as well, because he likes
Oh,
that.
hell yeah.
He loves that track, and obviously that's why I assume that's why also he did the reaction video.
Like actually, I messaged him like just for fun. It was like 5 a.m. here in Finland, and I sent a message like, "Yeah, we dropped a new song, and if you want to do a video, you can." And then
we kind of took it from there. Yeah.
Wow, how long after was he on it?
He talked to us about the schedule, about like his posting schedule and stuff, and I think it was like a few weeks after we messaged him that we kind of got to it, but it didn't take long, not at all.
That's not long. That's not, if it's just a few weeks, that's not long, man.
Yeah.
I imagine that he gets like thousands, literally hundreds of or thousands of requests from all these bands.
For sure.
On TikTok. Yeah, exactly. Literally from everybody. So that's really awesome, man. How did you feel when you woke up that day? When you woke up and how did it go? Did someone tell you, "Holy shit, that dude's reacting"?
We didn't sleep. We didn't sleep.
I was up all night just watching
He actually told you that I'm putting it up in an hour or whatever, or a few hours. And you guys were waiting.
He told us what day and like exactly the time when it's gonna drop. And after that, it was like 11 p.m. here in Finland, and I was up until 7 a.m. just reading the comments, watching the views go up and up and up, blowing up. Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, man, I had to go to sleep, but I do remember being quite baffled by the reception of the song, that people enjoyed it so much.
Were you okay, so what were you thinking? What was going before you started doing the whole refresh every 30 seconds? Refresh every 30 seconds. I know how it goes on TikTok when you're expecting something to do well. You're like refreshing constantly. But so when all the comments were popping up gradually, before you saw the first comments, were you like thinking, "Oh shit, they're not gonna like it," or did you have that fear?
I was 100%. Yeah, I was 100% sure that it was not gonna get more than like 5,000 views and maybe a few comments and likes. Mm-hmm. That was what I thought. I had it in my mind all the time, and then after I saw the whole thing blew up, it was like after reading the comments that there was like no hate comments in the beginning, at least. Of course now, in the beginning when I saw the response that people had, "Oh my god, this is fucking awesome! Oh, this is so heavy! Yeah, fucking peekaboo! Yeah." And then I knew that okay, we got something here.
Yeah, absolutely. We got a great reception from people, and we were quite happy to see that people didn't they didn't hate on the song as much as we thought maybe a new band might get on such a platform where people have a tendency, or online or generally where people don't have that much of a filter to hate on people. So we're really happy about that. Of course, as people and as a band, we're quite laid back, so we don't take it to heart if anybody says that, "Oh, this shit is fucking trash. This sucks ass, dude." We don't take it personally, and we just kind of laugh about it, maybe joke about responding to it. We don't want to stir anything up, but we just take it easy. So
no, I know. It's just that I was thinking that you know how TikTok is, right? And it's the same as with me. Like when I started streaming, and I thought, because I've done other things in my life, but I'd never actually sat and done this live streaming from my own home. You know what I mean? On my own. So there's this certain level of nervousness, and TikTok comes in, and with you guys as well, and all bands whoever tries something, knowing that there's a lot of people on TikTok, and it's getting bigger like a monster every day. But there's a lot of toxic people also, and there's a lot of, you know what I mean? One of the things I knew and I saw everywhere in live streams or under band videos or you name it, is just random people just hating so much everyone and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you kind of expect it, it's happened to me with videos of mine where some people were rude for no reason or whatever, or bullies, that kind of online bully kind of I'm better than you kind of thing. So that's sweet, man. So yeah, I would have felt the same joy as you guys did when you started refreshing, when the reaction from the riff referee went up, and you started going every like 30 seconds, tack, tack, tack on the on the refresh button or on the phone, and you started seeing like 100, 500, 800, 1,000. That must have been insane, man. That's good.
Absolutely.
It was actually,
It was absolutely insane.
That's good. And also, you know what, that created this awareness I've seen in the metal talk community. So the metal talk, so the metalheads and the bands, the metal bands that are on TikTok, it is like, there's like a number of live streams, and there's the bands and there's the fans and everybody, and you kind of like get a sense and a vibe of what's going on if you visit all the live streams and you talk to people online, on TikTok. And one thing that was quite, which I came across anyway, was that people knew you. That's what I liked. The fact that, whatever promo happened, the ref, this, that, Spotify, and that on TikTok, people had started to know you. And they would be like, I would play a song of yours and someone would come in who I wouldn't know, and they would be like, oh, fuck yeah, Scavenger's daughter. You know what I mean? And for real.
Yeah, we have a hard time kind of grasping that ourselves. And just during the week, I told Danny, the second guitarist, that it's hard to understand, but we also have to understand that we do have fans and we do have kind of obligations to them with music and the way that we act. And it's so hard to understand that that's actually a thing now.
Yeah, man, and it's only like the start. I don't know if I hope it's not scary or anything like that, but this is why I said, this is why I said, this is why I said at the beginning of the conversation that if anything, it must be very hopeful to have this sort of like reception when you start, because like under normal, like under any other circumstances, let's not call it normal circumstances, but under usually any other circumstances, you would have put out the song if people hadn't, like, if the riff referee hadn't decided, if those little things sometimes in life don't happen, it takes way longer, the road becomes a bit longer to get to have people to listen to it, and and we've all known bands they've taken ages to manage to get like a following, you know what I mean? Because they didn't have a breakthrough. This is sort of like a little breakthrough, if you get what I mean, to have your song recognized straight away, your first creation, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's also why we try and stay as cool and humble as possible with the work that we do now afterwards. And we kind of just want to, as I already said, keep the ball rolling and try to put out quality stuff and kind of seeing where can we improve, what can we do to kind of find more gigs, or printing out banners and stuff like that, so we get a higher production value, so we can reach more people that way. But we do take it easy. I think it's a good philosophy to have.
Cool, it is, definitely is, man. It definitely is. If anything, you do have to be humble in the beginning, of course. Otherwise, it is like the music industry still is a place where you can grow fast and you can die fast as well.
Yeah, for sure. We're fully aware of that.
Isn't that the truth? Exactly. So what I wanted to do, and I've been thinking, give me a sec, let me just change scene here on the where is it? Overlay text. No, I'm lost. I feel like a senile 80-year-old person right now. Oh, there we go. Okay. Webcam with Brave. Couldn't change scenes during multi-guest. Oh, okay. I just learned something. I just learned that I cannot change the scene of what people are seeing when I'm doing multi-guest. Okay, that's all right. That's all right.
Good to know. Good to know.
Good to know for future use, or not use rather. Cool, man. Cool. Okay. What I wanted to say is I want you to pick one band. Obviously, don't do Slaughter to Prevail or Judas Priest again. Pick one band whose sound and whose style would be, in your opinion, quite fitting for you to be their opening act.
Oh, that's a good one. Just let us give it a quick thing.
Yeah, don't worry. No, there's no stress. There's no commercial break pending or anything like that.
Exactly. Grab something to drink.
It's fine. Like I've spent moments on TikTok live just saying nothing, and there was like 50 people looking at me doing nothing. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're kind of looking over the set list that we had during the Black Sheep gig, and maybe like two of the smaller bands in quotation marks here that would be quite good for us to open with would be something like Code Orange or End. So those are two good candidates. Specifically Spy with Code Orange, or Necessary Death with End.
Okay.
So either or of those two.
So Code Orange, the band, right?
Yeah, and the song Spy.
Okay. Just give me
and if we're talking like bigger bands, then I think that maybe something along the lines of like Gojira or something like that would be pretty awesome. And I think that they would kind of merge in some way.
You've given me a pass for two good songs, so we'll listen to
Absolutely.
Code Orange and Spy. Code Orange and song Spy. Oh shit! What did I type? There we go. Found it. And you said and Gojira. By the way, did you watch Gojira open?
Yeah.
The Olympic Games.
Absolutely. I had to check it out since it was like such a huge thing for the entirety of the metal scene that such a big event had the opportunity to open with metal. It's awesome.
How did you feel when you saw? Did you see it without the I found it without the commentators. I found it just the performance, a video of the performance on Facebook. And I saw it, and I was like, "Wow, dude, this is like the most epic. I don't think I've seen anything more epic."
No, it was really cool. I watched it with the commentators because it was sent on the national TV station, the Yle, that it's called. So, but they didn't talk too much over it either. So I got most of it. So that was awesome.
Good man, good. That's good.
And the whole stage, if you could call it that, was awesome.
Yeah, I was surprised, man. I didn't know what to expect. I thought that it would just be Gojira, just basically a watered down Gojira. I thought that because of the Olympics, it would have been Gojira, but they would have been playing like, I don't know, like on a piano. I don't know, like you know what I mean, like. Yeah. It's the Olympics. You don't expect them to be going full on. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
To be going fully at it, like proper Gojira, playing a song from the French Revolution. You know, modernizing a song from the French Revolution and blending it with an opera singer. I was like, okay, wow, this is like space metal. I don't know, it's gone to a different level. Which song is your favorite, or pick one of your favorite songs of Gojira?
Yeah, we can do the Spy with Code Orange.
Okay.
Or do you mean by Gojira?
After Code Orange, yeah.
Necessary Death.
Yeah, do the necessary song, Necessary Death by End.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Necessary Death by End, then. All right, he added. So, we'll listen to these few songs, people. so the guys can also have a slight smoke break or toilet break or whatever, and we'll be right back. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh well, there's always gonna be people who are gonna wanna have it their way or whatever. Anyways, if you've just joined the live stream, thank you. We're still here with our good friends, Scavenger's daughter from Finland. Who we've been having a really nice conversation with for the last, jeez man, time flies. It's been 1 hour already. To me, I thought in my head it must be like 20 minutes or something that we're talking. And then I just checked and it's like an hour's gone by, which means that we're having a good time. I hope you guys are having a good time, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool, man. Because I know it's your first interview ever. It was the first interview for Her to Ash as well when I interviewed them. So this live stream, tends to be popping cherries when it comes to band interviews. I don't know how we've managed to get there, but it's cool, man. I like it because to me, I wanted to be, like I told Her to Ash when I interviewed them, I wanted to be something that you'll remember one day. It doesn't matter how famous you became or not, but you'll remember one day and go like, oh yeah, remember that, dude? We did this interview back then when we had put that first song out.
Yeah, for sure. And, before I left home, I was like, yeah, like this may or may not be the start to something like bigger in the sense where, you know, I have to stay up later to do more interviews or whatever.
Exactly.
It feels a little bit absurd in that way.
Yeah, of course, man. Let me fix what's wrong with my card today? My sound card is misbehaving big time, man. It's just giving me on my cherry popper. Cherry Poppins, yeah. Yeah, I could cosplay that. Oh, make a t-shirt. Make a t-shirt with band names and write Cherry Poppins.
Oh, hell
yeah. Don't fall down, Orpheus. No, Damien. Hey, Damien, what's up? A lot of people here. So, cool, man. So, how are you guys going about it nowadays? Like, okay, we've talked about like a little bit of background. Oh, by the way, I can't change scenes because I wanted to show people. I wanted to show people your faces, and I can't change scenes, so I can't bring up the picture. But that's fine. Never mind. So we spoke about how you guys got into metal, kind of like a little bit, and we also spoke about how you guys came to be a band, and basically putting out the first song, and the reaction there was, and the support that came from it, and how surprising that was for you guys. But now going forward, right? So the song's been out how many months now?
It's been a couple of months. A bit over two and a half months.
Okay. So how are you guys going about your day-to-day band activities looking forward? How is that progressing? How are you building on that?
We are close to finishing the next song, or like we're gonna send it to the mixer this week.
Mm-hmm.
It's oncoming week,
yeah. Mm-hmm. And then we just wait until he's done, and we're gonna send it to the master, the guy who mastered Issue.
No.
And we've been thinking about a lot of things, like buying merch or printing T-shirts for the next gig. We have a gig in October here in Piersataari.
Oh, nice.
It's like the Halloween weekend, and yada, a metal event-ish. So we've been thinking about printing shirts or maybe like guitar picks or stickers or whatever, and selling them at the gig and all these kind of stuff.
Yeah, nice. A lot of different things, of course. And a lot of for me personally, it's been a lot of networking as well with the people that we've met through the gig and events around it. So we've done that as well. So trying to keep that going. So yeah, and as I said a little bit earlier, we've been trying to get together at least once per week, if not twice.
So I think for the people who got to know you through Eshu, obviously, like most people, but who are hooked on the song because it's relatively new. Still, the song is relatively new.
Yeah.
So it's still got space and it's still growing, and there's like more people discovering it also through this live stream and other live streams, etc. You mentioned the new song being ready soon. And you said that you're gonna give it for mixing this coming week, and then obviously, I guess the week after, probably. I guess, or whatever.
Something like that.
Something, yeah. Normally speaking,
Absolutely.
would have it in a few weeks. You'd have the master, and I take it that from the, is it gonna be uploaded as a new single on the? Yeah.
Our plan is to drop 3 singles and then drop an EP with 2 extra songs. So an EP of 5 songs. That's like the goal.
Okay. Within how long? Within what time?
At least the 3 singles before next year, and then probably in the spring the whole EP.
Okay.
So we're taking our time. We don't want to rush anything.
Are you of the opinion that nowadays and the way it works with music and Spotify and all that it's way more practical to be doing what a lot of bands do, like put out like singles and EPs rather than hold all of that and just put one album out?
I don't think we're too focused on like metadata, if you call it that. That we kind of just want to take our time with being such a new band and getting music out to keep people engaged and giving people more music. But then down the line, kind of work that into something bigger, because a lot of us have always thought of making an album as a whole. So it's something that we want to do as a band, but we also don't want to neither rush it nor take too long to release more music. So we're kind of with that said, like we said with new music, we're trying to make singles and then kind of work that into something bigger down the line. So we're trying to keep a kind of a red line going through the stuff that we are making. We kind of build a narrative throughout the single releases.
And are you guys like saving for a budget for maybe one out of those 3 songs be a music video?
It would be cool, yeah.
Yeah, and considering our education that we're all going through right now, we do have a lot of opportunities for at least cheap, if not free, like gear and people that want to work with stuff for their portfolios, because we're not exclusively just a music a music school. It also works a lot in graphic design and film and photography. So we have a lot of opportunities to work with people that want to kind of express themselves through.
That's cool. That's good. That's good to have a network of people who are in that sort of field, for sure, man.
Yeah,
that comes very handy, especially with creating music videos and art and all that, cover art and whatnot. Who does do you have somebody who's going to be dealing with the cover art generally, or?
The thing is, our drummer is like an artist. He can paint, he can draw, and he has been studying art for like 4 years.
Yeah,
he finished this year. Now he's done with school, but he's still like our drummer. But he's a great artist also.
Oh, so you have that sorted already. That's good.
Yeah. We haven't asked him yet, but I don't know. But he's watching now. We're asking him right now.
Kind of like how Nicolas Sandin of Dark Tranquillity was doing their own artwork all the time, for example. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So we're blessed in the sense that we have a lot of opportunities to get this stuff close to free, but then also I'm personally quite happy with the fact that basically all of us in the band have already said that we want to invest the money back into the band, so nobody's feeling like they're getting cut out of pay, because like if you have a gig and you get a few €100 out of it, then nobody's going to feel like they're getting snuffed out of a payday. And
yeah, exactly.
Happy to put the money back into into more of our work. So
Yeah, you have to be a bit like there has to be a balance, of course, man. Especially when it comes to like, because you know, a band is a mutual cooperation between several adults. Well, adults. Well, usually it might be it might be less than adults a bit, but sometimes. But when starting out, but you know what I mean. Like it's like a mutual cooperation, meaning you give 100, the other person gives 100 or whatever, or like you have to be on the same page, of course, obviously. What I wanted to do as a final sort of like segment is I wanted to see if the people here had anything they would write. You guys can read the chat, by the way, right? Yeah, you're in the same chat. Absolutely. So would you guys like to, would you guys in the chat like to ask anything? Do you have any questions? Anything at all that you want to ask you know, the band here, Scavenger's Daughter? Whether it's about their song.
Hit us. Come on, man, hit us.
Come on, ask them tough questions, man. Like, whatever, I don't know. Go crazy.
Give us the Nardwar type shit.
They're probably typing with their huge fingers on tiny screens. That's why it takes a while. Check out
Vistaprint for magnets and stickers and stuff. All right.
Thank you, Airtash. We of course have checked out like different places where you can get stuff, and being from the Nordics, we have also different kinds of opportunities there as well. So we appreciate it. We appreciate
plenty of opportunities. Plenty of opportunities. I'm sure. Come on, people. Do you want to ask the band anything? Scavenger's Daughter. Do you want me to play their song first in case you haven't heard it? Are you shy? Sometimes there's like 50 people here and I'll be like, come on, say something, and no one will talk. And I'm like, are you all sleeping with your phones on your faces? Please play.
Metal writer, any advice for me?
Oh, there you go. Hair to Ash is asking you, do you mix master?
No, we don't. We have a guy for it. We have a guy who studies here at the same school. He's like a producer. He studies producing. And he's our mixer. And then we send it to another guy who has done a lot of work with like Rammstein and Sabaton and everyone, and mastered their music, and he mastered Eshu also.
Oh wow! Is it like expensive, or like is it?
Not really, because he's a good friend of our teacher. They're like friends, so we got it like cheaper.
Do you prefer? Someone's asking you something.
I kind of want to go back to that the early metal writer.
Yeah, Tony.
We're early metal music writers as well, but like what we've done is like a mix of live playing, where we've just been sitting down and doing things and kind of throwing stuff against the wall and seeing what sticks. We've kind of taken it slow with sometimes we've done vocals, sometimes we've done guitars and bass, and sometimes we've been doing drums. Like we've just kind of gone with the flow there. So yeah, but like not be afraid to just try things out, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Oh my god, there's some. We lost the. Okay, nameless, no question, but Torle, kyllä vitus, mennään vaan. Please play Do You Mix Master? What's their favorite ice hockey team in Finland? Oh my fuck. Tepsi best.
Vaasa Sport.
What was that?
I'm here writing a paper for school, sorry. Cool. Yours network sounds solid. Do you prefer if Orpheus interviews you with Pink Fluffy? Hell yeah. Pink Fluffy Bunnies.
I should have gone for the pink fluffy bunny ears, man. I mean, I have kangaroo balls lying. I think Viku's seen my kangaroo balls.
What DAW? We've been using Logic, right?
Yeah.
But personally, whenever I make my like 80s rock stuff on my own, I use Ableton as well. I enjoy Ableton more than Logic, but most of the people here in school use either Logic or what's it called? The industry standard Pro Tools, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Kuopio Kalpa only. No, yes.
Kostas Rogman in the chat.
Also really good. My dad uses Reaper as well, so that's definitely a good choice.
Yeah, Reaper. Yeah.
I'm recording on GarageBand because I'm broke. Yeah, but it's a great start.
Yeah. Also, Reaper you can use for free. It works a little bit like with what's it called, the zip handler that you can kind of just keep evaluating it.
Mm-hmm.
So that works well. And I'm not really familiar with GarageBand, but like with Reaper, you also get the opportunity, of course, as it's quite a popular DAW, that you can use like VSTs and virtual instruments easier.
Presonus Studio One is love, says Sentient number 6. Do you use much?
Do you use much post-recording editing, or do you stick close to the raw recording material?
We do use a lot of effects in the sense that we have like the pitch wahs and stuff like that. Of course, as it's really compressed music with different like amp simulations and stuff like that. But we haven't done. We've stuck. Instrumentally, we've stuck quite close to the real thing, but we of course add stuff like synths and risers and stuff like that in post to give that little extra bit of space.
Yeah, and with my vocals, I always want it to be like so raw as possible. Yeah, of course, equalizing and yada yada, but no like fake effects, because I want it to be real, like.
Recreatable and live scenario.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, we're on Spotify.
Yeah.
Just Scavenger's Daughter on there. So that should be the only band that pops up when you search for it.
And also, to make your life easier, don't forget all like today's playlist of the live stream is always a public playlist on Spotify. So, for example, Metal Orpheus #58 playlist. It also says Scavenger's Daughter in brackets, and you'll find Eshu in there, and you can obviously go through to the band's profile when you play the song on Spotify, etc. So, yeah.
To answer Air to Ash's question about using DI or amps, we have been using only real amps for the moment. We do have the opportunity to use DI because Danny, the second guitarist, uses a Line 6 Helix that we kind of slave up to one of my amps. And then Sebastian has been using... I'm a gearhead, so I have a lot of stuff laying around. So we've used most of my stuff when it comes to that. And Sebastian has been using a amped 2, like it's a pedal amplifier that it's basically just an amplifier in pedal form by Black Star. So yeah.
I think there's more that they've written to you in the chat.
Yeah.
What exercises do you use to warm up your vocals? I do where you blow into a glass of water, the bubble thing. I don't know what it's called. And then I just sing scales up and down most.
Gargle? You mean like gargling?
No. It's like you have a glass of water and you have a straw and you blow into the glass of water, but the bubbles can't spill. You have to keep the bubbles inside. That like warms up your throat. And then I start screaming for myself for about 5 minutes maybe, and that's it. Oh god.
Scrolling up is a nightmare sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. I think that was mostly the question stuff. There was a little bit of like comments on the recordings and stuff like that with
Tony was saying something about his song
and stuff like that. And of course, like maybe we would be able to put stuff out faster, but since a lot of us like work, or I have a kid at home, that takes a lot of my time.
Of course.
So being able to like an artist like Slash to spend upwards of like 12 hours a day sitting in the studio, in a fully equipped studio with fully equipped people, is like not not possible for us.
Of course, man. Of course.
We need to take the time to make it sound good, and of course it takes a little time to like warm up and get the session going once we get together.
Is it okay if I ask you guys, because I wanted to and I forgot to, I wanted to ask you guys, because I don't know if it's a Finnish thing where you just look very young, or if you're actually all very young, or some of you are very young and the other are just Finnish, so they look very young, but they're like 30, I don't know, or whatever, or 40. But how old would you like to say? Also, because remember, a lot of people don't know you, and when you talk, obviously, they don't know whose name what, you know what I mean? They just hear two voices. Would you like to say, for example, now that there's 16, 17, whatever people here, would you like to say, like, again, like, you know, well,
Absolutely.
okay, so I'm this guy, I do this, my age is this, I don't know, whatever you feel like. Just
Yeah. Well, I'm Victor, the vocalist, and I'm 21 years old, and that's about it.
And I am Sakke, or Zach, and I was born in 1997, so I'm 26 years old. I'm turning 27 this year. So I'm a late bloomer when it comes to studying.
Zach, where did you get your accent from? Because Viku has a more typical Finnish speaking English accent.
Yeah.
But you have a more like, I'm trying to figure out like why yours is different.
Yeah, no, it's more like central U.S. No, it's my grandmother values languages a lot, and she's studied a lot of different languages. She also teach a lot of languages.
Oh wow!
So it was a combination of valuing languages and spending a lot of time with video games as a child. So I kind of from there. So.
Wow, that's cool, man. That's impressive.
I also enjoy like accents and dialects and kind of mimicking through that. So, so yeah, that's probably why.
Remind me, do you guys like back in the day were movies, or are they still like dubbed in Finland, or are they subbed?
Oh, that every major release when it comes to like animated stuff and stuff like that, of course, there's still going to be Finnish dubs. But I think as the population is getting so used to English, like you know all the movies and stuff that you go to in the theaters, you're going to watch them in their regular language with subs. So yeah, but it's mostly in English.
Oh, someone's asking you something. Do you like any Finnish black metal bands?
I'm not really familiar with the like black metal scene in Finland. I did sub in for a black metal band like for one gig, but that's the only thing I've done black metal.
Which one?
It's Parakletos, so it's a you would call it white metal since it's Christian.
Okay, okay. Parakletos?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's in Swedish as well. So
okay. Kostas Rogoman, do you know them? Because he knows so much shit about black metal, man. That's why he was asking you. There's a band.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a band, I think, called Impaled Nazarene that is from Finland. Black metal, I mean. Andotians, I think, are a bit slightly kind of like, I think, a little bit black metal kind of.
No, but for me, it's not that I don't enjoy black metal necessarily. It's just that the stuff that I've listened to has moved more towards like hardcore and more like groove based stuff like Lamb of God and new metal and you know sludge and groove and stoner. So it's when you get to that fork in the road, if you're going to listen to like the speedy, thrashy and black metal stuff, or if you will like work your way more to the rhythmically complex stuff. I think that's usually what happens, right?
In the tourist plan. Oh God, we fucking wish.
Exactly.
hire us, book us.
They
Scavengers
need to have at least songs worth 20 minutes or something like that. 25-minute set, right? The minimum.
Yeah. We can play Eshu like 20 times.
No, but like, of course, we're open to the thought of going on tour once we get the ball rolling with more music. But as it stands right now, we're gonna take our time to play more local gigs to have more venues open that want to host us more often and also get more music.
I think that based on what you told me tonight, and based on your band timeline to release music, I think that you guys will probably be ready to do gigging from next summer onwards or thereabout, right?
Yeah,
Probably. Yeah.
We've been thinking about like
Be ready to do gigging from next summer onwards or thereabout, right?
yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
We've been thinking about like
Oh, there we are.
what is up?
Oh my goodness.
Also
man.
appreciate the crashes.
My goodness, man. Could people hear you while my router died?
No,
No.
we don't think so. We tried talking to people, but nothing really came of it. So we just started sending messages instead.
Oh, so the messages were working, but it was just my internet connection
the chat
that
was
died.
still up.
Good. It's good that TikTok has this buffer time for you to get back if, like, I don't know, the electricity goes out or your house explodes or whatever. Like, at least you'll have those 5 minutes to just turn your phone on and be like, guys, I'm here. My house exploded, but I just wanted you to know that I'm fine. Yeah. Anyway, all good. We were at the sort of like at the end of it. Like we were, if I recall well. We were reading the messages, and after that, we were talking about
future stuff.
Yes, because someone asked about touring, right? Exactly, that's where we were. Right, you can carry on. Sorry about that minor break. Yeah.
No, that's
good.
totally fine. I think we're kind of done with the tangent as well. That we need to kind of work locally and try to release more music before we can realistically look into stuff like touring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a realistic statement, definitely. But everything in due time, right, guys? Everything in due time. Like I always say.
For sure. We're taking it easy.
Cool. Everyone was calling names like Aussie Ball Dangler. 'Twas fun. So people were talking about balls. Where's the balls? Why? Wait a minute. Oh,
Bring out the kangaroo
the balls. My balls were nearby. Sorry about that. They were nearby. Let me get my balls out for you people. I know you're. They're so hairy, dude. I don't know why I'm holding my balls right now, but here they are. See how hairy they are? That Roo had really hairy balls, man. I hope the rest of him is fine. Because people were like, what about the kangaroo? I was like, I don't know, man. Maybe like he just had to have his balls removed and they just made something of the balls. You know what I mean? Instead of throwing the balls in the trash, they made something out of them. I guess. Right. Have I ever I know Vico knows this slightly, but I've been to Finland. I think I mentioned this at the beginning of the interview maybe as well. But
You mentioned being at least, so.
But I was in Finland in the year 2007, 2008, I can't remember. And I was in Helsinki, and I was living on a tiny island called Suomenlinna. Which normally doesn't it only has like a few residents and it's a UNESCO protected sort of heritage.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful. It's like a dream, that little island, that little thingy there. But I was in Helsinki and we were there for like a good 10 days or whatever. And we also went to Sweden and we came back, etc. And Finland was I don't know if it's still the same, but back then, at least, to me, it looked very beautiful. like
Yeah.
the forests and the trees, and people were so like, you know, laid back, kind of friendly. I didn't notice obviously the bad shit, because there is bad shit everywhere you go in the world. Obviously, nowhere is paradise.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It seemed like a nice place to live. No, I don't know. Obviously, if it's like, I don't know what the condition is nowadays. If it's easy, if it's hard. But yeah, I need to come back one day. And there's definitely a lot of places like your town. I've never been there.
Yeah, come to Piersataari. Hey, come on.
Never been to Piersataari. So
Yeah, we'll show you around if you show up.
is it in the north? Where is it?
It's like
It's central Finland. Like it's on the west coast, but it's like halfway up the country. So it does take a little while coming here from like if you're coming like from the Helsinki area or Turku or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a like 5-ish hour car ride, like plus minus, depending if you're taking like breaks. Of course, there's like
Train.
airstrip and stuff like that you can take here too. So,
Okay.
but
Is
it's like a 5-hour car ride up the country.
Is it a small place, a big place?
It's not like Piersataari itself is on the smaller side, but it's next to Kokkola, which is like one of the like a slightly bigger city. It's not huge, but it's one of the, like when you're looking at different like city hubs along the coast, it's usually like Turku, then it's Pori, then it's Vaasa, and then it's Kokkola.
Wow.
It's like on the outskirts of that.
I bet it's fucking cold in the winter. I bet my balls are gonna freeze, but I got enough balls to go around, thankfully.
Yeah, we reached like record breaking cold last winter. So I think a few days we had upwards or downwards, depending on how you look at it, of like 32 minus centigrade.
Minus, you said?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit. I'm gonna check that out for all of you Fahrenheit lovers.
Wow. I don't think we have. Do we have any Americans? Is drink water 15 in the house? I have a few people who are from the States. That's true, but
Yeah. I'm not sure for that.
so you're freezing your balls off in the winter. Wow.
It's negative 25.6 Fahrenheit.
Ooh,
Is what it says here.
that's cold. That's cold, man. It's really cold. I was
Yeah.
the most cold I've ever experienced in my life was in Norway, up in the mountains. It was like minus. They're about minus 20, minus 25 in the winter, because
Yeah.
we were on tour, and the stupid driver didn't give a shit enough to put like special petrol, antifreeze petrol.
no damn.
And we went up through. So he wanted to get from Oslo to Bergen in Norway, and instead of going by the coastline, he decided it was a cool idea to go through the mountains without antifreeze petrol. And so when we climbed the mountains, when we were at the top, obviously the bus went "fuck you" to everyone, and it was dark. Yeah, you guys know about Scandinavian
Yeah.
mountains and what it's like in the winter, right? And you're all
Yep.
you're literally there's nobody there. You're on your own with the fucking bears and the wolves. That's it. That was an experience, man. I remember stepping out of the bus. Again, this was in Norway, right? In the forest, in the mountains, whatever, high up. And I got off the bus, and it was like minus 30 degrees, and I was wearing Converse All Stars. And I remember that my feet felt like as if, like not even being in a lake. Imagine that. My feet felt like you had stuck my feet in the ice, or I don't know, something like. It was so cold, and the snow was so taller than me. The snow was so fucking on the sides of the road. The snow was so tall. There was so much snow.
Yeah.
And the trees were so huge, and I thought to myself, okay, I'm just gonna die in the mountains of Norway, and no one will ever know, because the wolves are gonna, like, there's not gonna be even a bone laying around. I'm just gonna disappear.
Exactly.
So, but Finland is quite similar, man. Finland has
Yeah.
forests and trolls and cave trolls and all that, right?
Absolutely, it's common occurrence.
Common occurrence.
Troll hunting gear if you're visiting.
Have you seen the movies? Yes, you guys must have seen those movies, right? All of them. Every troll-related
Every
movie.
Name every troll known to man.
Yeah, the last one was like, I remember one on Netflix that was called The Troll Hunter, I think, with the one with the king troll that wakes up and is headed towards Helsinki and gets to Helsinki. That one.
Yeah.
That was the last troll movie I watched. Oh, I was okay. Like, it's fiction, you know, you just enjoy. It's like a popcorn movie, kind of. European popcorn movie. It has its funny moments and all that. But there was one, another troll movie years ago that I had watched. And we were actually having this debate with Sentient Number 6 the other day. And that one was really cool. And I think that one as well was called Troll or Troll something. And it was really good, man. The visual effects were amazing. Like, and it was gorier, I think, than the Troll Hunter, anyways. Sentient, are you done with fixing my computer? Because Sentient Number 6 was doing stuff. I don't know if he's done. I don't see where. I can't see where my mouse is. Do you need my mouse? Move the mouse if you're still here. Okay, he's not. He's not here. Anyways, let me fix my sound, my everything. Like I told you. This is live streaming, man. It's the same as live television, only you have to deal with way more issues on your own all the time, constantly. Like things falling apart. We'll fix later, says Sentient. I wanted to say, guys and girls watching right now, before we end and we listen again to Eshu by Scavenger's Daughter as sort of like a quote-unquote closing bit of this segment that we did today. And I'm so happy that the guys were over here, Victor and Zach from Scavenger's Daughter. I wanted to say, give Scavenger's Daughter a follow. They're really cool. I mean, I do know that they only have this one song, but this one song is a banger and got my attention straight away. Yeah, and if you haven't heard it, you will. If you're into death metal, the chances are most people who are into death metal have taken a liking to this song. That's as far as I'm concerned, anyway. And give them a follow, man, because we're all about support here, Zach and Viku. Viku, who watches me quite frequently. I think Viku has seen what I mean. Like, there's a lot of people who come by, and I'm always very happy to expose their music and, you know, whatever I can do to help out bands.
We appreciate it a lot. I usually check in whenever I'm up during the nights, if my kid goes to sleep at around hour. So I pop in every once in a while, but under a different account. So
that's cool, man. That's cool, man. No, dude, I didn't know if you were on TikTok or not, because I've only seen the Scavenger's Daughter profile and Viku's profile. Like, knowing that Viku is connected to Scavenger's Daughter is what I
exactly. No, I think it's also a thing of trying to keep it like professional from our side, where if we keep it kind of consistent with what we're seen with.
Orpheus, I like to expose bands and kangaroo balls. That's so true. People know me, man, too well. Look. Oh, this hair grew on it. No, it's my cat's hair. Or is it? Did it grow? Did these balls grow hair, people? I want you to. Can you see it? See what's happening here? Some weird voodoo shit's happening, man, with the with the testicles here, the kangaroo testicles.
No, but for real, we've appreciated this opportunity, and thank you everybody who's been chatting, and we've had a good time connecting with you guys. So we'll stay around for sure.
Yeah, man, stick around. It's always fun, and now, I mean, you are officially friends of this live stream. So this means that in things that I have for the future, which involve like more fun things, I mean, aside from interviews and this and that, you're definitely one of them. Like, one thing that I will do for sure, that I have said in the past is, you know, and also once you get to 1,000 followers and you can use a camera, So yeah, people, I know you like their song, etc., but give them a follow and help them reach 1,000. It only takes a few days if people actually go at it. So what I'm gonna do in the future, and when you have like 3 or 4 songs in total, I'm already inviting you over to do this. Is once a week I'm gonna be doing like a Saturday night live or a Friday night live or whatever, and the segment will be basically a band like you, for example, come on the live stream with the camera on and the audio live from the rehearsal studio or wherever they're playing, and do like a 20-minute set. You know what I mean? Kind of like a
Sounds
Saturday
awesome.
night kind of jam. You know what I mean? And and I think that's fun because everyone's like, man, that's going to be so much fun because everyone's going to be gathering over to see the performance, stuff like, you know what I mean? So
For sure.
so you guys are definitely on my list, and for other things as well, like you know, I want to do like a multi-guest at some point with many musicians from various bands and play music trivia questions and just have a bit of a beer and a laugh all together. And you know, that's something like people have been asking for fun stuff. You know, it's they don't want just serious things. People are tired of seriousness in metal music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
That's why people, you can always get a pair of balls from Australia and dangle them while you're live streaming and make people smile. You know what I mean? So, so I would like to thank you so much. It's your, you can say now, plug whatever websites, this, that, whatever you want to tell people who are still listening or just tuning in. I'm giving you the mic. Say whatever you like. And from my side, a huge thank you. A best of luck and everything. I'll keep a close eye on you. Obviously, we're friends, but the microphone is yours. And then I'll proceed with the song.
Yeah. So thanks again. We've really enjoyed this. Thank you everyone for listening to us today. You can find us on most music streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music. You can find us on YouTube with the generated song there. Also socials. Our main socials would probably be Instagram and TikTok. So you can follow the account here, and our Instagram handle is as much as Scavenger's daughter Graham. So
write it in the chat. Write whatever you want. You can plug it in the chat as well, so that they can visually see it as well.
Yeah. Besides from that, check out the Spotify and try to keep updated with that because we're close to releasing more music, so that's definitely coming out quite soon. So I think that's all that's happening right now.
Cool.
And, we'll keep you posted on that stuff.
Cool, man. Vicky, you?
I mean, he took the words out of my mouth, so I mean, yeah, big thanks, I guess. Thank you for real, you and the people and everyone. It was great. This was fucking awesome.
Yeah, and shoot us a message if you ever want to talk about like anything music related, or if you just wanna reach out to us, because we're as we are relatively small. It's still quite easy for us to keep track of you guys. So.
Exactly. Yeah. That's one of the perks of not having grown out of proportion yet.
Yeah.
Sweet. Will you guys stick around? I know Zach's a dad like myself, so he might have to tend to his dad activities, which I know what they're like.
I'll stay around for a little while at least.
Cool, man. We're going to close this lovely interview. I personally had a great time, and I really enjoyed it. I'll try to make a video of it or send you like the whole thing, and because that's what I did with Her to Ash, and I'll try to edit it and and have it up for people to be able to see, or at least like all the good parts that I can collect and just make a video for you guys as well. Awesome. So thank you guys so much. I'll let you go, and I will continue with I will end with Eshu, and we shall, where is it? Magic. 3, 2, 1.